light grows thin along the wall. The house breathes low and still. Your shoulder leans into my side like it always will. No words are needed in this calm, just the sound of us, two shadows holding steady here when the day is done. The clock moves slow without a sound. The room is warm and plain. Your hand is resting in my own, like it's learned my name. All the noise has slipped away with the fading sun. I feel the quiet settle in where we have begun. As the day comes to rest, feel your heart rise and fall in my chest. Nothing more that I need to I sit close as the day comes to rest. Years have passed like evening air, soft and out of sight. Still I know you by the way you lean in every night. Love was never something loud, never had to roll. I learned to stay in as the day comes to end. Feel your heart rise and fall in my chest. Nothing more that I need to sit close as the day comes to rest. If tomorrow asked for more than we have left to give, I'll remember how this silence taught my heart to live. I sit close as the day comes to rest. With your breath moving slow against my chest, all I am finds its calm in this. I sit close as the day comes to rest. The room is quiet, low and still. The lamp is turned down small. I know you're here without a sound, just the way you fall. Your coat rests on the back of the chair. Your breath moves slow and sure. Nothing asks to be explained, nothing needs to cure. The years have taught me how to see what silence tries to say. Your presence settles in the air and gently stays. We don't reach for conversation just to fill the space. Love has learned to sit with time and leave no trace. I know your presence without needing words. I feel your nearness before it's heard. There's a calm that only comes this way. I know your presence without needing words. The night moves on outside the glass. The street light hums below. You lean just slightly into me, like you've always known. All the miles and all the days that brought us here fade into this quiet truth that you are near. I know your presence without needing words. I feel your nearness before it's stirred. As a calm that only comes this way. I know your presence without needing words. If time should thin the sound of us and voices fall apart, I will still know where you are by the steadiness of my heart. The room is dim, the curtain moves with the cooling air. The day has finally let us go, nothing waiting there. You lie beside me facing in, the light is almost gone. I hear the rhythm of your breath telling me I'm home. The world can turn without a sound outside this space, but here the hours seem to slow and hold their place. Your breathing rises soft and deep, like waves along the shore. I don't count time the way I did, not anymore. I feel at home in the sound of your breathing, in the steady way it stays. Every fear I've been holding quietly drifts away. No need to search for meaning, no need to roam. I feel at home in the sound of your breathing. The years have carved their gentle lines across my face. Still I find my resting point in this simple place. Love never asked us to be loved or prove what's true. It taught my heart to come to rest beside you. I feel at home in the sound of your breathing, in the steady way it stays. Every fear I've been holding quietly drifts away. No need to search for meaning, no need to roam. I feel at home in the sound of your breathing. If words should ever fail me and daylight feels too far, I'll listen for the place I know. I feel at home in the sound of your breathing, as the night moves slow and deep. All my wandering ends here in the calm we keep. Nothing left worth leaving, nothing unknown. I feel at home in the sound of your breathing. Windows dark, the room is still. The evening settles in. They sit across the worn-out couch, just breathing where you've been. The clock keeps time without a sound, like it knows better now. These hours ask for nothing more than being here somehow. We don't mark moments as they move. They pass us by with grace. Your fingers rest against my hand, like they've found their place. The world keeps spinning far away, beyond this quiet view. And time forgets to make a note of me. We're sharing quiet hours unnoticed. We're letting them drift and stay. Nothing here needs to be spoken. Nothing pulls us away. Love lives best in moments like this, soft and unannounced, sharing quiet hours unnoticed. The years have taught us how to sit, silence in between, to trust the weight of simple things we felt but rarely seen. No need to chase the passing light or name what this has found. It's enough to let the night move on while we stay sound. You're sharing quiet hours unnoticed, letting them drift and stay. Nothing here needs to be spoken. Nothing pulls us away. Love lives best in moments like this, soft and unannounced. We're sharing quiet hours unnoticed. If memory should skip these nights and leave no trace behind, I'll still carry the way it felt to lose all track of time. You're sharing quiet hours unnoticed as the evening fades. in its own small way. This is where my heart has chosen to lay its ground. We're sharing quiet hours, unnoticed. Morning comes without a sound. The coffee starts to breathe. You move around the quiet room like it was meant for me. No hurry in the way you stand, or set the day in line. I've learned the shape of all your moves by taking time. The hours fall in simple ways, no need to make them shine. Walk the same familiar roads, and never mind the time. Your pace is something I can trust. It meets me where I am. I stopped trying to lead us both and learned your plan. I'm learning your rhythm through ordinary days. In the calm of routines that quietly stay. I'm learning your rhythm through ordinary days. The years don't ask us who we are, and just keep moving on. Something steady holds us here, from dusk to dawn. It's not the words we've never said, or dreams we didn't chase. It's how we move together now, at our own place. I'm learning your rhythm through ordinary days. In the calm of routines that quietly stay. Love can call through ordinary days. If time should ever test our ground, we'll try to pull us through. I'll listen for the steady beat that leads me back to you. I'm learning your rhythm through ordinary days. When nothing rushes, when nothing breaks, all that I need has found its praise. I'm learning your rhythm through ordinary days. Morning light across the floor moves the way you do. You take your time with simple things nothing pushed you to. I watch the pace you carry on, like it's always known. How to turn a quiet room into a home. The days don't rise with any rush, they find their place in line. You fold the hours into shape, never fight the time. I've learned your steps by walking near, not asking where they go, just letting life move naturally and slow. I'm learning your rhythm through ordinary days. In the steady calm that never fades, the found its voice in quieter ways. I'm learning your rhythm through ordinary days. We share the same familiar roads, the same small signs. Living here is meant to shine, or ask us why. It's in the way you pause to rest, or turn to stay. that I've learned what love can mean this way. I'm learning your river through ordinary days, in the steady calm that never fades. Love found its voice in quieter ways. I'm learning your rhythm through ordinary days. If time should ever pull ahead or test what we've become, I'll trust the pace that taught my heart where it belongs. I'm learning your rhythm through ordinary days, when nothing lost and nothing's chased. All of my life has found its place. I'm learning your rhythm through ordinary days. The road gets long, the days wear thin. We move through different rooms, but something pulls us back again, like evening pulling noon. No matter how the hours bend or where the daylight turns, there's comfort waiting in the way we always learn. We've had our space, our quiet miles, our moments spent apart. Still every path we wander down leads back into the heart. No questions asked, no need to prove what time already knows. We find each other standing still when the world goes. I find comfort in the way we always return, like a fire that never needs to burn, too bright to show what it's worth. I find comfort in the way Years have left their marks on us, soft lines we understand, but nothing here has ever slipped out of our hands. Love didn't promise perfect days or skies that stay clear. They promised we would find our way back here. I find comfort in the way we always return, like a truth that never needs to turn, and to something louder than it's earned. I find comfort in the way we always return. If distance ever tests our ground, or time pulls hard and fast, I'll trust the pull that's always brought us home. At last I find comfort in the way we always return. Through every road and every turn, all that matters is confirmed. I find comfort in the way we always return. We didn't plan the way it came, it settled in on its own. Like life that finds the edge of night before it's known. No sudden turn, no spoken vow, no moment meant to shine. Just days that learn to lean on us, one at a time. We talked about the simple things, the weather, work, and sleep. Learn each other slowly there, in ways that stay and keep. Love never mocked or asked us in, it found its place to be. Between the quiet things we shared, naturally, I'm remembering how love grew without effort, without a reason or plan. It didn't ask just took the shape of who we am. I'm remembering how love grew without effort, like it always knew when to start. I'm remembering how love grew without effort, and the calm between your heart and moved on without a soul, and never tried to race. Love stays steady where it stood, and learned our pace. It wasn't built on grand designs or words we had to say. It grew by simply staying close, day by day. I'm remembering how love grew without effort, without a reason or a plan. I didn't ask us to be different, I just took the shape of who we am. I'm remembering how love grew without effort, like it always knew when to start. I'm remembering how love grew without effort, and the calm between your heart and mine. If I had tried to force the truth, it might have slipped away. And love was patient with our lives and chose to stay. I'm remembering how love grew without effort, in the spaces we allowed. It never needed a direction, it never needed to be loud. I'm remembering how love grew without effort, as the years move softly by. I'm remembering how love grew without effort, and I'm still thankful it was mine. The years have passed without a sound, they move like falling rain. Some moments faded into air, some chose to remain. We stood still while seasons turned, letting life unfold. I watched the truth grow clearer, as the days grew old. Not everything was meant to last, not every word stayed true. Time has a way of clearing space and showing what gets through. What's left is not the shine of youth, what promises we made. It's how your hand still finds my own, unafraid. I'm understanding what remains after time has spoken, when all the noise is gone. It's not the dreams that stayed unbroken, it's knowing where I belong when the past has finished closing and the future still unshown. I'm understanding what remains after time has spoken. The mirror shows a quieter man than the one I knew before, but I trust the weight I carry now more than I did before. Hello stayed when nothing asked it to. It learned to live this way. Simple acts that never left straight. I'm understanding what remains after time has spoken, when all the noise is gone. It's not the dreams that stayed unbroken, it's knowing where I belong when the past has finished closing and the future still unshown. I'm understanding what remains after time has spoken. If everything we were has changed and nothing stays the same, it's quiet truth I hold tonight, still calls your name. I'm understanding what remains after time has spoken. In the call we've come to know, it's the love that never needed motion, just a place to grow. And all the years have finished moving, after time has spoken. The light is low against the wall, the night is settled in. Your chair is empty by the door, where you've always been. The house keeps breathing on its own, like it always will. But something shifts inside of me when the room grows still. I move around these familiar things, the floor that left the sound. Every corner knows your shape, even when you're not around. I don't reach for anything to fill the space you left. I let the quiet say your name under my breath. I miss you softly when the room grows still, not in words, but in the way I feel, like a thought I never tried to chase. I miss you softly in this quiet place. Years have taught me how to hold what time won't always give. Some loves are meant to linger on in the way we live. I don't ask but not for answers or a sign to see. I just sit with what remains of you here with me. I miss you softly when the room grows still, in the car when nothing moves or breaks. There's a part of you that always will stay with me in this quiet space. If silence ever feels too wide, a memory feels too close, I trust the way your presence lies in what I miss the most. I miss you softly when the room grows still, as the night moves slow and deep. But every love is meant to leave. Some are only meant to sleep. So I stay here with what's real. I miss you softly when the room grows still. The street looks just the way it did when we last walked home. The corner light still hums at night, like it's always known. I passed the cafe by the square where we used to wait. Every step I take still holds the shape you made. These rooms remember how you stood, where you laughed, you fell. Even silence knows your name and keeps it well. I don't search for something new to take your place. I just keep moving slowly through these familiar spaces. I'm carrying your absence through familiar places, through every turn. I know it's not heavy, but it stays with me. Wherever I go, love doesn't leave where someone's gone. It changes shape. I'm carrying your absence through familiar places. Years don't stop from missing things, they only move along. A memory has learned to live inside each song. I don't ask for cash to speak or call you near. I just let your presence walk beside me here. I'm carrying your absence through familiar places, in quiet, steady ways. Every path we've ever taken still remembers us those days. Nothing here feels truly empty, nothing erased. I'm carrying your absence through familiar places. If time should wear these moments thin, and all of you, I still know every road by heart because of you. I'm carrying your absence through familiar places. As the evening fades, and not everything we lose is gone. Some things choose to stay and have learned to move with grace in my own pace. I'm carrying your absence through familiar places. The night feels wider than before. The walls stand a little bare. Your voice is resting somewhere else, still hanging in the air. I don't reach for what I miss, count the time apart. I just sit here with the truth I carry in my heart. The days move on in careful steps, nothing rushed or fast. I've learned how much of love can live inside the past. Your absence doesn't call aloud, it doesn't demand to stay. It speaks in softer ways to me. At the end of day, I'm holding on while distance speaks quietly, and moments no one sees. It doesn't ask for answers, it just stays with me. Between us, or the calm it brings, I'm holding on while distance speaks quietly. The places we once shared our time still know our needs. Walk them slow and let them be just what they claim. Love Love doesn't fade when it's apart. It learns another tone that teaches me. The night feels wider than before. The walls stand a little bare. Your voice is resting somewhere else, still hanging in the air. I don't reach for what I miss, or count the time apart. I just sit here with the truth I carry in my heart. The days move on in careful steps, nothing rushed or fast. I've learned how much of love can live inside the past. Your absence doesn't call aloud. It doesn't demand to stay. It speaks in softer ways to me at the end of day. I'm holding on while distance speaks quietly, and moments no one sees. It doesn't ask for answers, it just stays with me. Between us, or the calm it brings. I'm holding on while distance speaks quietly. The places we once shared our time still know our meaning. Mark them slow and let them be just what they claim. Love doesn't fade when it's apart. It learns another tone. It teaches me how much can live inside alone. I'm holding on while distance speaks quietly, in ways I understand. Rests inside the silence, like a steady hand. Nothing's out of reach, and holding on while distance speaks quietly. If time should stretch the space we stand and test what we have known, just the ball that doesn't need to be shown. I'm holding. You didn't choose the turns we made, they came along with time. Some roads grew short, some opened wide, without a sign. I see it now in quieter ways than I once tried. How every step was teaching us where to reside. Not every hope we held stayed true, not every door stayed wide. But something honest stayed with us and never tried. To dress itself in borrowed words or make a claim. It learned to live inside the truth of what became. I'm accepting the shame our story has taken, not wishing it away. It's written in the nights we've held, and the ones that swept away. What we are is what we'd made through time and change. I'm accepting the shame a story has taken. The years have softened how I see what stayed and what has gone. I don't measure love by what it leans upon. It's in the way I still feel you close and clear. No matter where the road has led us here, I'm accepting the shame our story has taken. With a steady hand, not everything was meant to last the way we planned. Still there's a truth I wouldn't trade, rearranged. I'm accepting the shape our story has taken. If I was trying to was full. I'm accepting the shape our story has taken. As the evening stays, it fits the life we learn to live in quieter ways. Nothing here feels incomplete or mistaken. Accepting the shape our story has taken. Night comes in the same old way, soft against the door. I walked this path 1,000 times, yet still unsure. Every road I thought I led me back around to this quiet truth I feel without a sound. The years have asked their careful questions, tried to pull me wide. I've seen how easy it can be to drift aside. It's something steady holds my hand when doubt appears. It's the calm I always find with you right here. I'm finding peace in choosing you again, not because I have to stay, but because my heart has learned this is where it lays. No promises left to defend, no need to prove what's true. I'm finding peace in choosing you again. Love was never built on fire, our words too loud. You grew in all the quiet ways we never vowed. I don't measure what we've kept by what we lost. I see the value clearly now and count the cost. I'm finding peace in choosing you again through the slow and changing days. every version of my life still feels this way. I don't need to wonder when, oh, I'm finding peace in choosing you again. If tomorrow comes with less than we once knew, I'll meet it calmly, knowing I still choose you. I'm finding peace in choosing you again. As the evening ends, not chasing who we used to be. Oh, what's ahead? Finding peace in choosing you again. The light grows thin along the wall. The day loosens its hold. Your shadow moves beside my own, familiar and old. The noise outside begins to fade. The night steps in. I feel the calm arrive again as the evening ends. We've learned to let the hours pass without asking why. Some things don't need to be said to know they'll stay. Your hand rests easy next to mine, like it always knew. Where the long bay would finally lead me back to you. I'm staying with you at the evening ends, when the world lets go. Nothing here needs fixing now. Nothing left to show. All the years that brought us here make sense somehow. I'm staying with you as the evening ends. what it will, and left us this: the quiet truth, a steady place I don't resist. Love didn't need to raise its voice or leave a mark. It learned to live in moments like the falling dark. I'm staying with you as the evening ends, in the soft goodbye of day. Every doubt I've ever had just drifts away. There's nowhere else I need to be. And no defense. I'm staying with you as the evening ends. If tomorrow comes too fast, or the past returns, I'll remember how this silence let my heart learn. I'm staying with you as the evening moons, as the night draws me in. All I am is settled now, with you right here. This is where my true